Things I bet you didn't have on your bingo card for 2025, and that is a state passing legislation that is actually in favor of the car enthusiast. And it is all thanks to Iowa.
Is this heaven?
No. It's Iowa.
See, when most tracks in America were built, they were done so keeping in mind that they wanted to keep, well, let's face it, the loudness that is high-performance cars away from residential areas and, well, the general public. However, as the years went on and developers just kept buying up property and slapping houses wherever they could to make, well, money, racetracks, well, they became something of an endangered species. The most famous thing bringing a lot of this to light to, say, the average person is what's going on with the Freedom Factory in Bradenton Motorsports Park down in Florida, and famously Cletus McFarland. See, the land surrounding the racetracks, which at one point was farmland, has now been purchased by developers, and wouldn't you know it, housing developments are going in right next to the track. This usually spells a slow, painful death for the racetracks in general, which is an absolute shame for automotive enthusiasts. Most of us want to test our cars, put them to the limit, whether it be in the quarter mile, whether it be on a road course, etc. We want to do it in as safe as possible manner. However, with all these racetracks getting shut down for, frankly, BS, it means we have fewer and fewer places to actually push the limits of our car without, ending up in, say, someone's living room. Now, there have been some cases of local governments, county governments, state governments, etc., putting loose legislation in place that kind of protects racetracks, but this is really only in the short term and doesn't fully protect the racetrack in perpetuity. However, that's about to change, and it comes thanks to the good folks over in Iowa. See, the state of Iowa has just passed legislation that really does protect racetracks. See, they just passed actual legislation that protects racetracks. It effectively says if you build a home next to an existing racetrack, the owners of that home, whether they're the first owner, the fifth owner, the 12th owner, it doesn't matter. Any owner of that home cannot file, sue, or have anything to do with noise complaints or other normal track operation. This means that the track can operate as normal. This is a massive W. This is fantastic news, and I hope more local county, state, whatever governments take note of this and protect these pillars of the motorsport community.